What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is quite an interesting article from Yahoo Finance. It's the 4 predictions of what might happen to cryptocurrency in the future. And I'd like to throw my 2 cents in, and I would definitely love to hear your 2 cents as well, and we can discuss this in the comment section below. And the link, obviously, will be in the comment section below as well. From Yahoo Finance, 4 predictions of what will happen with cryptocurrency in the future, because that's what we want to know. We already know what cryptocurrency is doing right now. It's going on sale. If your project is good, then your project's going to rebound. Because don't think of it as my coin is down, my project is down. No. Everything is down. Everything. Legacy investments are down. Everybody is. Traditional finance, I've got plenty of things in traditional finance, and trust me, everything is down. I have like 2 things that are still up from where they were. It's just the way of everything. So when everything's down, you can pretty much rest assured that not everything is going to go to zero. Everything is going to recover. If your project is good, then you want to hold on to it. This is nothing but a sale. The history of cryptocurrency is quite fascinating. Yes, and very volatile. Some quarters felt that the rigid currency control by governments was not necessary. In the 1980s, cyber currencies began to make an appearance. eCash. eCash was the first cryptocurrency that, off the top of my head, that I can think had come about. I think it had come about in 85, 86, 87, somewhere around there, and it was eCash, and it was basically cryptocurrency. And then, I don't know what happened. It just kind of disappeared. The earliest digital cash inventor was David Chaum, an American cryptographer. Wow, that was difficult. Cryptographer. But at this stage, there were no decentralized digital currency protocols or software. In 2008, an anonymous group going under the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Well, group, how do you know it was a group? We don't know it was a group. It could have been a single person. It could have been a group. It could have been an entity. It could have been a government. We don't know who it is, so just be aware of that. Satoshi Nakamoto came up with Bitcoin. Indeed, that was the beginning of the cryptocurrency revolution as we know it today. Bitcoin investors wanted it to be a decentralized alternative to government-controlled currency. Yeah. The problem is this. Who controls the government? The government. Who makes laws? The government. Who controls the finances? The government. Who controls the police? The government. Who controls the jails? The government. Who controls the military? The government. There is no way that the government is going to allow anything that is completely decentralized to take over. You're dreaming. They might allow it to be a store of value, but it'll still be regulated. It'll still be controlled in some way, shape, or form. It's the government. That would be like letting complete strangers into your house and letting them completely control your house without you having any say. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And I would challenge anybody who says, oh, Crypto Joe, you're wrong. I absolutely believe in decentralized this and that, and I absolutely would open my house. Okay, prove it. Put your money where your mouth is. Pull out your camera, record you, and advertise on the street that your door is always open. Anybody, anywhere is allowed in your house at any time, and they can do anything that they want. And then go ahead and go to bed with your door unlocked and open so anybody can come in. Yep, not going to happen. The government is no different. Why? Because you're not going to put the entire fate of your country into a decentralized currency that you can't control, that you don't have control over. I mean, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry to bust people's bubbles. That's the truth. Bitcoin is popular because government institutions and banks have no control over it, which isn't quite true because that big Bitcoin hack kind of proves differently, doesn't it? The Bitcoin hack happened, and the government was able to track it down and retrieve a huge amount of Bitcoin. So I would take that with a grain of salt. Further, you don't have to have technical knowledge to invest in cryptos. Again, some of them you do. I know some people that didn't take my advice and they wanted to get into Ethereum because it was the one step down cheaper from Bitcoin, which was the top dog, and it was in the number 2 position, so they felt secure in it. They got into Ethereum and they said the learning curve was immense because there is a lot to learn on Ethereum. So not for all of them, but there's a lot of them. Algorand is very easy and inexpensive and fast. I mean, that's just an idea there. The industry has continued to grow in strength. This has made it an exciting topic among financial experts. Now, here comes the predictions. Cryptocurrency regulation may be unavoidable. Maybe? No, I will make my own prediction and say it's going to happen. There is no possible way on God's green earth that we're going to have any asset class worth its weight in crypto that doesn't have regulation. Again, you're not going to open your house and let any Tom, Dick, and Harry into your house and do whatever they want. You're going to vet them. You want to know who they are. Are you inviting in a serial killer? Are you inviting in someone who's going to tear up your house? A pyromaniac? They're going to burn it down? I mean, come on now. Common sense. As it currently stands, there is no international coordination or regulation around cryptocurrency. Nope, but everybody and their brother's talking about it. This is according to the World Economic Forum. But the rising popularity of cryptocurrency is becoming a concern for international bodies, and many are working on risk assessment and developing relevant policy responses. And they will happen. And that's when a lot of these projects are going to disappear. A lot of these projects that have no fundamentals, no use value, they're going to go away because you don't want those attached with the finances of your government. If that was the case, you may as well go ahead and allow counterfeiters and tell them, yeah, we're not going to arrest any counterfeiters. Go ahead and print counterfeit money all you want, this and that and this and that. It would be the same thing. Without relevant laws and guidelines, cryptocurrency becomes an unsafe bet for investors. Exactly. It'll go back to the days of it was 8 years ago. Craziness. It'll go back to the Silk Road, and that's all anybody will ever think of it as. If we regulate it, it gives it more legitimacy, and it opens the door for bigger investors to jump in. Because bigger investors, these huge corporations that would love to get into cryptocurrency, can't because they have to be on the straight and narrow. They're regulated. The challenge is establishing the right agencies. Yeah, you need the right agencies, and the SEC is not it. It's just not it. They need to form a whole new agency to regulate cryptocurrency. We're going to skip down to the second part. Entry of institutional investors. Technical analysis of the financial markets show the viability of the crypto market. It could explain why institutional investors are eyeing cryptocurrency as a viable platform. They see that it has tons of possibilities. They see that it's the future of cryptocurrency. These corporations didn't get to be these huge, big, conglomerate corporations for no reason at all. They see that it has tons of possibilities. The price volatility and profit potential as an investment vehicle are quite alluring. Yeah, because if you play it right, you can make money during the volatility. And then as you make money during the volatility, and when you hold in the long term, you're also making money on the back end on the price appreciation of the coin, plus staking rewards if you're staking, like on Algorand and things of that nature as well. Yet one significant drawback is the lack of security, which comes with regulation. That comes with time. And the time will come. A CNBC report shows that the platform Poly Network, yes, of course, lost $600 million to hackers. Okay, so check this out. Boom. Fiat currency. What kind of scams were happening with fiat currency? Well, I mean, obviously you've got Bernie Madoff $65 billion. You've got the original Ponzi scheme, whatever his name was. His name was Ponzi. That's what it was named after, was him. That was something like 500 million or something like that. I mean, come on now. Is that the metrics we're using? Because if that's the metrics we're using, there's never, ever, ever going to be any kind of currency that we can't use because, believe it or not, human beings are human beings. Some people are good, some people are bad, and criminals are going to be criminals, and criminals are going to do what criminals do regardless of what the law says. Regardless of what the asset is. It doesn't matter. So yes, I don't care if we go out and we say blades of grass are now currency. Well, someone's going to go in their backyard. Okay, we say blades of grass are illegal. So all governments in the world salt the land and make it impossible for grass to grow. Guess what? People are going to grow little grass gardens in their house and grow grass because that's the current currency. I don't care what currency you use, it's going to be abused by someone, somewhere. We cannot let that scare us away. That's also why we need regulation. Poly Network provides critical connection points for different blockchains, and they got hacked for $600 million. Yeah. Fiat currency, the hacking, we'll call it scamming, but it's the same thing, hacking. Fiat currency has been hacked for, in just one instance, $64 billion. In another few instances, $500 million. I mean, how many scams have fiat currency had? We can't use that metric. Because if we use that metric, then we have to use it for everything. And if we use it for everything, we're never going to have nothing. It is interesting to note that the hackers did return a significant amount of the money they stole. Some analysts say that this could be due to the difficulty of laundering crypto assets. Yeah, because the blockchain. You can explore the blockchain. You can see the wallets. I mean, it's an old argument that doesn't hold water anymore. We're going to skip down to the third one. And feel free to peruse this article at your leisure. I'm just giving you the good points and my opinion. And also looking for your opinion as well. Hint, hint, meaning comment in the section below. Cryptocurrency is already an acceptable form of payment in different areas. Yeah, but it still has not reached a level where we can call it a mainstream form of currency. Industry players are pretty optimistic that this may soon be the case. And I think it will. Not for Bitcoin and not for Ethereum. Because, I mean, gas fees and, transaction times and store value and all that. But, ISO 222 tokens, yeah, absolutely. In fact, Swift has ISO printed into its hardware. And they said that they're already going to go into it next year. So, yeah, absolutely. Banks, online gaming, and some e-commerce platforms now accept Bitcoin. Yeah, I wouldn't accept Bitcoin because what am I gonna do with it? If you paid me in Bitcoin, what can I do with it? I can hold it. Is it gonna pay my rent? No. Is it gonna buy me food? No. It's gonna sit there. The value of it may go up, but I can't spend it. It costs so much to spend Bitcoin. Why would you ever spend it? It's almost, Bitcoin and Ethereum are almost like the perfect investment tool for the inventor of them. Bitcoin, you're going to hold it. So when you buy it, you're not going to sell it. You're going to hold it. Ethereum, when you buy it, you're not going to sell it because it's so darn expensive on the gas fees that you're just going to hold it. It's brilliant when you think about it. Companies like Square and PayPal are accepting Bitcoin payments on their platform. Tesla has billions worth of crypto assets, and the interest by others keep rising. Yeah, every time we turn the corner, entire countries looking to seek to be the cryptocurrency capital of the world. States, cities wanting to be known as the cryptocurrency hub of the world. One of the biggest critics was the chief executive of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon. Yeah! To him, Bitcoin was not a good option for storing value. Further, it was easy to use the cryptocurrency for illicit purposes. He shared his opinion at the 2014 World Economic Forum. Yeah, boy, that didn't age well for him, though, did it? Fast forward to 2022. The banking industry is in the race line trying to catch up. As of 2019, JP Morgan was working on its digital currency. Yeah. Maybe that's why he said he didn't like it, because he wanted to be in competition with it. Major industry players may not have too much choice but to adopt the use of cryptocurrency. And here's the thing. All we need are a couple more big boys to get into cryptocurrency, and everybody else is pretty much going to have to follow suit or fall behind. And finally, cryptocurrency as a viable investment option. Yes, it is a viable investment option if you do your own research. And don't follow the advice of anybody else. Just take the news and do your own research and go from there. Listen to other people's opinions, absolutely. But you can't be secure in a project if you haven't done your own research and you're standing on your own ideas. So what does all this mean for crypto investors? It means a bright future. That's what it means. Let's say your strategy was a long-term crypto investment. The more people use the crypto investment, the more value it gets. The more value it gets, the higher the demand for the cryptocurrency. The higher the demand for the cryptocurrency, the more people buy it. The more people buy it, the more people use it. The more people use it, the more demand. You can see how that works? Think of it like investing in the... Think of it like investing in the traditional stock market. But we go back to our earlier point of learning how to invest in cryptocurrency. The market has experienced a lot of volatility. Bitcoin, for example, did very well in 2021, and then plunged because that's the nature of the market. Bitcoin has plunged 50% multiple times. Each time it has, it's recovered. Same with most of the rest of the market. A technical analysis of the crypto market shows it is quite speculative. Yet technical analysis, I don't put so much stock into it. I used to devour analysis and technical analysis and channels that did that and call channels and yeah. And then I learned that if you took a rat and you gave them the same choices as these channels that have technical analysis, it's a 50-50. And the rat sometimes picks more winners than they do. Because the market is emotional, because it's run by human beings, and human beings are emotional. What runs emotions? Well, the world. News, the world, things like that. Final thoughts. There's a lot to look forward to concerning cryptocurrency. Industry predictions show that more companies will adopt the use of cryptocurrency. That may very well catapult the use of crypto as a mainstream product. We are already seeing the acceptance of digital currency in some places. Yes. Regulation, believe it or not, as much as I even hate to say it, and I know as much as you hate to hear it, one of the big things holding cryptocurrency back is the lack of regulation, which is why I'm dragging our feet and the Security and Exchange Commission suing Ripple and XRP. It's holding us back. We need the regulation. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but it's true. The lack of adequate crypto security continues to plague the industry. The players must come together to innovate and stabilize the ecosystem. Regulation of the sector may be what the industry needs. It will place a greater demand on the players to ensure that proper systems are in place. And that is exactly what we need. Comment, discuss below. I appreciate your time. I will see you guys on the next one.